Hey, folks, welcome back to Talking Stuff, the Ohio State recruiting podcast presented by Lettermen Row and presented by Buyers Auto. If you're looking for an auto, go to Buyers Auto. Today, we have as a special guest here, Jadyn Davis, the number one quarterback in the 2024 class and the number one overall player in the 2024 class. He is coming off an Ohio State visit for the game against Penn State. It's his fourth overall visit, his second game day visit to Ohio State. So we'll be talking about that, his relationship with Ryan Day, his relationship with Corey Dennis, and plenty more. So let's get to it. All right, we are here with Jadyn Davis, the five-star quarterback, number one overall player in the 2024 class. Because rankings matter. You've had a lot of pressure on you ever since then, a couple months ago. But still, even with all that and the season going on, had enough time to take your little brother trick-or-treating tonight for Halloween, right? What did you dress as? What did he dress as?
Iron Man. Yeah, he was a little Iron Man. He didn't want to wear the mask for too long, but yeah, he was Iron Man. So
what were you? Were you the Dark Knight? Were you Batman?
Oh no, I was Jadyn. Yeah, I just had on a little black hoodie. Yeah, so.
Right, hey, maybe in like 5-10 years, people are gonna be dressing as you. Little kids dressing as you for Halloween, right?
That's the goal. That is one day.
So obviously you're coming off your fourth visit to Ohio State, second game day visit. And first of all, as the Braves, it looks like the Braves are getting their first pitch in or a couple. I think they're in the first inning right now. Yeah. Saw your dad with the Braves hat on in the pictures. So he was telling me about how he's all Atlanta, all Georgia and all this. But how much does your dad's faith with Atlanta-based teams and Georgia and all that, and you being from Georgia, being a Georgia boy, how's that impact your recruitment?
Yeah, we don't really, talk about it a lot. Like, obviously, we support the Braves because, I'm from Atlanta. We support the Hawks. The Hawks are my favorite team. I like LeBron. But so we support, the Georgia team, but that really hadn't had an effect on my decision. He always lets me know that it's my decision to make. I'm the one that's going to be having to go to, like, the 6 a.m. lifts and go to school there. So it's really my decision at the end of the day. And he just helps me guide through the process and be like a leaning up, so I can lean on his shoulder throughout the process. But he hadn't really showing any bias to Georgia or anything like that.
Yeah, and I think, speaking of Georgia, I think that was one of the schools that you visited this fall for a game day. Mm-hmm. I know you've been to a bunch of them. Why was it so important for you? You're only a sophomore. Why was it important for you to get out there to visit for game days this fall?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was important just to see. Obviously, with COVID last year, you couldn't get out, so I think that kind of had a little bit more influence on it too. And just being that, I kind of just wanted to see everywhere, get a good feel for everything. So I wasn't a kid that, by our senior year had to make a ton of visits just to see all these different places and kind of weed out it early now. So, it's been a fun experience for me and my family, just being able to see all these great college programs that we grew watching up on TV, and just kind of just navigating through the process. So it's been good.
Yeah. And like I said, fourth time getting up to Ohio State, second game day visits, you came for the Oregon game, you camped in June, came up for that barbecue in late July. Are you sick of Columbus yet? You've been up here more. You might as well get a residence here already, man. What gives? What are your feelings about the city so far?
Oh no, I love Columbus. They got some good food. Every time we're up there, they feed us this honey chicken that smacks. So honey chicken, and that's a spot called like Hangovers on campus. I like a lot. I went with Coach Dennis my first time up there. But, I love Columbus, got a chance to take my mom on her second time. This time she got to talk to Coach Day, just being that, the first time it was the Oregon game. And obviously we know how that went. But this time we got to talk to Coach Day and Coach Dennis this Sunday, or actually today, I guess. Just spend time with them. She got to see the facility for the first time instead of, the Oregon game. I got there kind of late. So she didn't get a chance to tour the Woody Hayes Athletic Center. So it was just a good experience for her being able to see, where one of her kids could end up one day.
Yeah, kind of going based off that, I asked your mom after the Oregon game, like what she thought. And she was like, I didn't realize the stadium could get that loud. And
yeah,
she said it was a little bit more of the same on Saturday night against Penn State.
Yeah.
What were the conversations like with her and Coach Day? I'm sure sort of a getting to know each other process there.
Yeah, it was more like that, like where are you from? Where's home for you? Stuff like that. My mom, she knows a little bit about football, but she's more academics with me. So just, she wants to know about the books first before anything like that. She always put education for ball, no books, no ball. So, just stuff like that. But it wasn't really a lot of football talk, just catching up, just introducing yourselves and greeting each other. And they have a great relationship, I think.
Yeah, and speaking of that Oregon visit, second game day visit. Last time I know it was kind of an in and out, like day drive up here and quick in and out. This time you were able to come in a little earlier on Saturday, and then you left a little later than expected Sunday. What was the difference in the two visits? But I mean, were you able to maybe see a little bit more of the city, maybe talk to the coaches a little bit more? What was different? How did they compare?
Well, I think number one, the first time I flew up here, so I kind of had to make all my arrangements around like the flight time. So this time we actually drove. So we were able to, I guess, balance the time out equally and stuff like that. So we got there a lot earlier than we did the Oregon trip, and then we left a lot later than we did the Oregon trip. And then we got, obviously, I didn't get to talk to Coach Day at the Oregon game, so I got to talk to him today. With my mom, my father, and then talked to Coach Dennis a lot, talked to Coach Hartline, Coach Alfred, everybody. Got a chance to talk to some commits that are already there. See the facility again, go through the photo shoot. Everybody knows I love the photo shoot, so I got to do the photo shoot again. And then that was pretty much it. Got to go out, see the fans, stuff like that, take pictures. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, the all scarlet. You got them in the all scarlet.
Yeah, Scarlet, come on now, all Scarlet.
We know, hey, I know you're all about the drip. You have like 19 wristbands that you wear, and you always gotta look good.
Cool.
There they are.
Actually, but
hey, I gave you. You said you went to Hangover Easy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the restaurants. Your dad asked me for restaurant recommendations. That was one of. I gave him like 12 different recommendations. He said screw all that, and you guys wound up going to another one. Give me the details of the restaurants you guys came to this time.
What restaurant did we go to?
Come on, you know it. It's a little dessert.
I don't even think we ended up going to a restaurant. Like we started like Arby's, like in West Virginia, driving up there. But we had the facility, and then we got back to the hotel late, and he got like a gyro off the street, like a little street gyro or whatever. He said it was pretty good. But no, we didn't go to a restaurant. Well, we went to the donut place.
That's what I'm talking about.
We went to the donut place. The donut place smacked. So whatever, I forgot the name, but whatever that donut place is, NIO is around the corner. So you know what I'm saying. But no, it was good.
You're gonna offend a lot of people listening to this. It's called Buckeye Donuts. It's
Buckeye Donuts. My bad, Buckeye fans. Buckeye Donuts, baby.
Right. That's a very, very famous place around here up on High Street. That's why I was looking for you to mention that.
Yeah, I forgot. It's still in the kitchen right now. So yeah, it was pretty good though.
So after this interview, you'll be able to go and finish those off, I guess.
Oh yeah, them blueberry donuts hit different.
So after all that, you were able to, like you said, able to talk to Coach Day and Coach Dennis a little more today. I was talking to your dad, and he said that during that meeting, Coach Day said something to you that kind of like threw you back. He said, "I'm proud of you, like fighting through the adversity. I know it was a 5-4 season down at Catawba Ridge, and I know suffered concussion, missed a game. Obviously, the season isn't going as you expected. What exactly did Coach Day say to you, and why was that impactful for you?"
Yeah, so I think after the game, we came back and I was in the locker room chilling with some of the guys, and I ran into Coach Day and met his son and stuff like that. But he goes, I'm proud of you. And I kind of didn't ask many questions. I was like, thanks. I didn't really think about it until afterwards. So I got back to the hotel and I was like, what could he be proud of me for? And, being a 16-year-old kid, you don't really think they know what's really going on at the school, like what. But I guess they watched the game film, not just a highlight tape. So, we get in the meeting room and he was like, I'm really proud of you. And I asked him like what was he proud about? And he was just like, I know what you're going through, fighting through the adversity. You may not be on the number one team in the country, you may not be a top team in the country, but you're still finding a way to win games and putting the team in the chance to be successful. So, we start the playoff. We start the playoffs this week. So, we're hoping to make a deep run in the playoffs. But, this is the new season. Being it's the postseason, so making a push. But he just wants me to know that he likes when guys struggle, because he knows that they're going to be able to fight some adversity. Because obviously, playing at Ohio State, especially playing quarterback, how they were doing CJ, like with the fans and stuff like that, how harsh it was. So just knowing that keeping your head on your shoulders, keep leading, keep fighting through adversity, and he likes the grit in his quarterback. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. I'm sure you read a lot of books, and you're like 4.7 GPA student, whatever. So all the cliche sayings, but it's one of those things. Character is revealed during times of adversity when things aren't going well. With Coach Day, like you said, he was a quarterback in New Hampshire. He's he's been through losing records as a quarterback and as a quarterback coach, and all that type of stuff. With him over the years, he's developed quarterbacks who were subpar average. He's developed stars or quarterbacks that wound up being stars. How important from afar, seeing his quarterback development, how important is that to you? And what have you been able to kind of take away in watching how Ryan Day has developed people at your position?
I mean, it's a big thing for me because, you know, he's been on both sides of the spectrum. He's been in the league and he's been in college and he's played the position himself, obviously in New Hampshire. So, you know, and he hasn't been one of those coaches that just coached a player that was already great when they got to him and didn't get any better. You know, he could show you how the player was when they first got there, the process, the drills they did to make him better, and then the final product. And he just tells me he could do the same thing for me. You know, I trust him with that. But you know, just making sure everything's truthful. And you know, I love Coach Day. Got a great relationship with him, and just see how he could develop me at Ohio State. So.
And kind of banking off that, one thing that I know, talking with you and your dad, one thing that's important to you is having a head coach who is not just a quarterback developer, but also sort of an offensive coordinator, right?
Yeah.
Why is that so important to you? Why is that such a big factor in the things you're looking at?
Yeah, well, obviously, you know, college football, you know, coaches change all the time, and you know, you may have it. You know, some schools have a different offense coordinator. It seems like every other game, dang near. So, or every other year. So, you know, if the head coach is calling the plays, the head coach probably isn't going to leave. Obviously, you know, with Coach Day being at Ohio State, and he probably ain't leaving anytime soon, even if he does leave. So you know, just things like that, and you know, building the bond because you know the head coach is the one that's calling the shots, so he gets the final say in everything. And then you know you can go to him about any offense. You don't want to go to school where either you know, the head coach is just the coach and really not doing anything, or the head coach is, I guess, a defensive mind because you know you play quarterback, you want to spin the ball and win and score points. So that's really a big factor for me right now.
Yeah. Was there any sort of, I'm sure there wasn't, but was there any sort of push from Ryan Day or Corey Dennis, Ohio State this weekend to try to get you in that class? I know quarterbacks are usually one of the first, if not the first, commitments in a class. Was there any sort of push from them?
Not you know, Coach Day's message to me has always been going back to the summer. You know, I'm not going to force a kid to come to Ohio State because you know, if you want to come, you're going to make it work when you get here. So they haven't really pushed it, but I know where I stand with them. They know where they stand with me. So you know, I have a great relationship with Ohio State, and I think very highly of them. But there hasn't been really any push. I know the fans probably think that you know I'm committing tomorrow or something crazy, but you know, I'm just taking my time through the process. But you know, they know where they stand with me, and you know, that's a great program. And I like Ohio State a lot.
Well, yeah, you've been up here enough times. I think
Yeah.
you got restaurants on High Street where you already got gift cards up there or something like that. Like you said, you know where you stand with Ohio State. The communication lines are very clear there. They have, I know you're their top quarterback target in your class, but they've also offered a couple other quarterbacks and recently sent one out to Dylan Raiola. They have Adrian Pose in offered in the class. How I mean, you look at quarterback dominoes. You're very in tune with the recruiting process. How impactful, or yeah, I guess impactful is it that the fact that they've offered other quarterbacks in your class but you know that you're still the top target there?
Yeah, it's you know, it's nothing but respect. I mean, those are great quarterbacks in their own regards. You know, if God knows I don't go to Ohio State, you know, they can't waste all their eggs in my basket. So, you know, they're just, I mean, at the end of the day, they get paid to win college football games. They're going to offer the kids they think will give the best chance to their team to win. So there's not really any bad blood there. Those are great guys, great players. I wish them nothing but the best. But you know, there's really nothing that's in the way of me in Ohio State or anything like that. You know, obviously, if Lord knows I don't go to Ohio State, they have to find another guy. So, you know, and I know if I was in the coach, I'd be doing the same thing. And just all I ask for is just to be truthful with me through the process and just, you know, keep a straight line with me. Don't cut any corners with me or my family, and we'll all be good.
Yeah, and kind of last thing, I had to ask before I let you go. So I said 10 to 15 minutes, and we're cutting close to that line right now. You know, I'm a long-winded talker, and you are too. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm long. One thing that I know a lot of people have talked about is the potential for you to reclassify to the 2023 class, because for those who don't know, Jadyn was in the 2023 class and then reclassified to 2024. Is reclassifying back down to the 2023 class? Is that still something on the table? And is that something that Ohio State talked about, or you talked with them at all this weekend about?
Yeah, no, we haven't really discussed that. I mean, my family, we haven't. I mean, we said it, but going back to, I think obviously you don't get the high school experience again. So I think I want to go through the high school experience and develop for the next 2 years with my guys here. But there's I don't know the future right now, so I couldn't tell you that I am or for sure. Or I'm not for sure. But right now, thinking about, it, I think I still need to get those extra 2 years of development just to play games. That was one of Coach Day's biggest thing was just quarterback's all about the reps. So if you get more reps, the better your quarterback's going to be. So just continue to play games, have game type reps and game action, game film. So this really wasn't a big thing that they talked to me about. I know obviously people know that I was in the 23 class before, but I'm a really young kid, so I was supposed to be in the 24 class all along. I just started school at 4 when normal kids start at 5. So that really hadn't been a discussion for me and my family or Coach's Day or Coach Day or Coach Dennis.
Advanced even when you were 4 years old, huh?
Yeah, no, that's my mom right there.
Right. Last thing before I let you go, what's next for you? Any visits planned or anything like that over the next few weeks over the course of November?
Yeah, I'm definitely just at this point, it's like taking it week at a time, honestly, because everybody wants you to go everywhere. But I gave Penn State my word that I get up there, so I'm gonna try to get up there for the Michigan game. I'm gonna try to get to Texas A&M. It's just a hassle. You can't fly right into College Station, so you have to drive after the airport. So possibly them and possibly UNC, since they're so close, I can get there in I guess 3 hours. So it's not really a far drive for me at all. But just trying to hit some places before. And just keep focusing on my playoff run right now so we can go win the state title.
All right. And then I'm sure you'll get up to Ohio State for the 47th time in the last year, too. I'm sure that's in the cards at some point soon, maybe in the spring, right?
The last time I heard that, or the last time.
Right. All right. That's Jadyn Davis, top Ohio State quarterback target, potentially number 1 target for Ohio State overall in the class, number 1 ranked quarterback, number 1 overall player in the 2024 class. He's going to be taking some time to focus on the playoffs here, and then he'll be getting back out to other schools. So, Jadyn, appreciate you taking the time with me, and hopefully things go well from here on out.
Appreciate it, Zach. Appreciate it.